Alrighty, let's get after it. As you guys can see today, I'm alone. Um, Kyle's not here, and I don't know what to do. And I'm kind of scared. So, take it slow. It's a joke, by the way. Relax. I'll be alright. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have a great time. Just me and you guys, the lovely fans. Um, as to start things off, it is 4/5/2025 at 12:48 p.m. As we had mentioned, obviously we had said that this would be a solo episode. In the last episode, we had also said that it would be Saturday that I got this out, and here we are. So let's jump right into it. We got a few things going on. We can start off with hockey. Let's start off with hockey. So, as most of you know, I'm sure, if not some of you, definitely, Alex Ovechkin has tied Wayne Gretzky's record of goals, career goals, that is. So I got the chart right here. It says Wayne Gretzky, games played, 1,487, goals, 894. Alex Ovechkin, games played, 1,486, goals, 894. So one game less. And he could have broken the record, but since he's such a stand-up guy, he said he did not want to break the record on an empty net goal because that would be kind of a disgrace. I understand completely. I respect it completely. That's awesome. I mean, I think that's amazing. That's super chill, super cool, super chill, bro. So I don't know why I said that, but yeah, I think that's awesome. I think that's great. So obviously, we will be seeing that record broken here soon, and yeah, that's all I got for hockey. So let's just keep this thing rolling. In NFL news, we have quite a bit going on actually. First things first, you've heard me talk about him on this show. You guys know how I feel about him. I think he's got the potential to be a great quarterback. The Patriots have sent Joe Milton to the Dallas Cowboys in exchange for a 7th-round pick, and a I always struggle saying that. I pride myself in having good vocabulary, being able to talk well, and I always struggle with this word. Compensatory 5th-round pick. So obviously that's huge for Dallas and Joe Milton. I think that, again, he could fill a role, potentially a starting QB role in the near future. I mean, just a little bit of development, I think he could be great. That's just my belief. Moving on, though, we have Trey McBride. Trey McBride comes off big year. Granted, he didn't have a touchdown until like week 15. Comes off huge year, another good year. So the Arizona Cardinals, what did they decide to do? They decided to make him the highest paid tight end in NFL history with a 4-year, $76 million extension. This deal includes $43 million guaranteed and a $19 million per year average. So honestly, that's awesome. It's awesome. It's huge. Good on you. This just goes to prove if you work hard at what you're doing, especially in this league, and if you put the effort forth to be the best, you will get rewarded. So, for any potentially Bears players that might be listening, I highly doubt it. Do better, be better. That's all I gotta say. Geno Smith also gets paid again. So him and the Raiders they come to terms with a 2-year extension, $85.5 million max value, with $66.5 million guaranteed. So Geno Smith comes off, honestly, in my opinion, and I know some people might disagree, but that's okay, because if you disagree, sorry. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and this is my show, and this is where my opinion gets put. But anyways, after being honestly kind of mid, I mean and I'm not saying mid we're just going to go over this real quick. People take the term mid and they think I'm saying like, oh no, it's ass, it's bad. Like that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it's mid. It's just average. It's not great. Like you have food. It's like, oh, how's the food? It's mid. It's like wasn't bad. It wasn't great. You guys understand now. But anyways, yes, I think Geno Smith has been very mid. He has had games where he's popped off. He has done obviously a lot better than what he did prior years from what we are used to seeing from Geno Smith. But yeah, so the Raiders feel that they have their guy. They're trying to keep him there. They paid him. Awesome. Good on him. And sticking with quarterbacks and quarterbacks' rooms, the Bears have added to their quarterback room. They had said that they were going to add some veteran presence to the quarterback room. So what do? They go sign Case Keenum to a 1-year, $3 million deal. If you're Tyson Bagent, are you nervous? Probably, honestly, because I'm sure the Bears' expectation is for Case Keenum to be the starting quarterback, or not starting quarterback. Obviously, that's our Sir Caleb, our king. To be the backup quarterback, and try to mold and guide Caleb into being better. So what does that mean for Tyson Bagent? I don't know. He's really going to have to do really, really well at training camp or spring training. And honestly, the best case scenario for him might just be to get traded and go somewhere else. We've seen Tyson Bagent be a very serviceable backup quarterback. We've seen him do well. Personally, I like the guy. I mean, I think he's a fine backup. Granted, I didn't understand all the craze when people were saying bench Justin Fields for Tyson Bagent. Those are just like room temperature IQ, like just smooth brain takes. But again, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, even if it's wrong. So, moving on. We've got some changes to numbers within the Lions organization. Sticking in the NFC North, we're just heading a little northeast, going to Detroit. I don't think it's that significant, but obviously a lot of people are talking about it, so I feel like I should talk about it. Jahmyr Gibbs and Jameson Williams are changing their numbers. Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be wearing the number 0. Jameson Williams is going to go back to his college number, which is number 1. There you go. That's obviously big news because it was being posted everywhere. And obviously that was important enough that people felt that they needed to talk about it. Excuse me. I don't know. I guess it's just been that slow of news. In the NFL world, I don't know. But whatever. This one's for Kyle. It's an ML football post. I'm sure he's seen it. I'm sure he has. I had to talk about it because it's just like what we've talked about when he puts like the gasping emoji, like, oh my God, in all caps. It says, new Dallas Cowboy QB Joe Milton casually throwing the ball 85 yards with ease. And then 3 of the gasping emojis. It says, Milton has one of the best arms ever. Oh, man. I don't know how many times we have to talk about the guy on the show and just how pathetic it is, how horrible these things are. I don't know, dude. Like, again, it wouldn't be so bad if he wasn't so bad. And I'm assuming it's a he. It could be a she or whatever. But, yeah, I don't know, dude. Like, you can't just go around saying these things, though, Like, it's kind of a bad look. It's just, like, again, I'm not saying that this page is anymore trying to be a credible source for information within the sport. But you just sound like a moron, dude. Like, this is a problem. But honestly, I guess it works. He gets engagement. We talk about him rent-free. Honestly, he kind of lives in our heads rent-free. Kyle and I talk about him all the time. Him and, the others that we always talk about, Dov Kleiman. But, yeah, whatever. Sticking with Dallas QBs, who's no longer a Dallas QB, is former first-round QB Trey Lance. Trey Lance is going to L.A. the Chargers, that is, because don't forget we have 2 LA teams. So he's going to the Chargers on a 1-year contract worth up to $6.2 million. Good for him. I never thought he was that good. I could have told you. I mean, I was saying it before the draft that Trey Lance is not going to be good. Just look at the scouting reports. People said his work ethic wasn't that good. That he's just he's not that first one in, last one out kind of guy, which you kind of need to be successful and something big in this league. But whatever. Wish him the best of luck. I'm not saying I want the guy to suck and be trash, but best wishes, dude. I don't know what to say. Yeah. And also best wishes and best regards to Julio Jones, who announced his retirement from the NFL after 13 seasons. And boy, was he a beast. Julio Jones is nuts. This could be a really bad take from me, but I'm going to say it anyways. For a certain point in time, I feel like, and it could be the lack of just knowledge of ball at the time, because I really didn't start getting like super into the sport until probably, I don't know, when I was a freshman in high school. So, dang, that was actually 11 years ago. It's crazy. Anyways, not to get all crazy and sentimental, start pondering, but I feel like Julio Jones really wasn't talked about that much. Like he wasn't one of those guys that was like people were constantly just always in the news. Like he was just kind of one of those guys who put his head down and just grinded. Like he did what he had to do, and he did it well. He did it very well. It's awesome. Again, massive career, huge career, insane, stellar player. So enjoy retirement, dude. Enjoy retirement. I'm sure he'll probably go be an analyst somewhere, or maybe he'll just go enjoy life, dude. Take all that money he made and just go enjoy life, as one should, unless you're a Sox fan. So we were talking about how, the Sox are playing competitive baseball. Well, they've come back down to earth. This series against the Tigers has been awful. It's been terrible. Let me just pull you up the scores right now, because I'm sorry I don't know them off the top of my head, because I'm not a sponge, I just can't soak up everything and retain it. So let's just go over this. I want you guys to experience this with me. And granted, the Sox were still first in the AL Central at the beginning of the week. That just goes to show how pathetic this division has been. So the White Sox against the Tigers have been 4-7. They lost, and then right now they are down 5-1, bottom of the third. I'm sure we all know how that's going to end. It just hasn't been great. We're cheeks, we're mega ass, and we go from first to worst. We are last in the AL Central now, so that's awesome, dude. It's great. It's really cool. Granted, our entire division is under 500. Granted, it is still April baseball. Like, there's a lot of baseball yet to be played. I'm not saying the White Sox are going to be anything like, they're not going to be competitive. They're not playing for anything. They're truly just playing to get through this year, develop some young guys, and just hope next year can be somewhat of contenders. But I was just getting frustrated with the fact that, and again, it was a small sample size, and I told myself I wasn't going to give up hope. I wasn't going to be, hopeful anymore. But these guys were playing, they looked competitive. Granted, they weren't winning, but they were still keeping themselves in these games. They weren't, they weren't committing errors. They weren't being the reason why they were losing all these games. But honestly, it seems like we're just back to the same old White Sox that we know from the worst team in MLB history last year. It's just, it is what it is. It is what it is. I don't care. They can't hurt me. But yesterday, Kyle goes to opening day at Wrigley. Home opener, that is, for the Cubs. And they win. They beat the Padres. Obviously, when he gets back, he's out right now. He's spending doing things with my sister. It's her birthday, so shout out Stephanie. Happy birthday. they're doing things together, and busy weekend for them. But obviously the Cubs, they sweep the A's. First game is 18-3, which we talked about last episode. Next game was 7-4, closer. The third game of the series, though, the Cubs beat them 10-2. And then yesterday they win 3-1 over the Padres. Let me read you guys off some stats. So let's find some pitching stats. Sorry. So yes, I knew that actually. I should have said that. Shota gets the start for the Cubs yesterday. And 7.1 innings pitched, he had 4 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, 4 strikeouts. Solid outing. It's not bad at all. It's pretty good. Kyle said the game was good. Like, obviously it was super cool going to the game, but he said, it really wasn't an exciting game. And you'll have that with baseball, obviously. Baseball is not the most exhilarating thing to watch on earth. We know that. People know that. That's why ratings are down. And that's why Chicago Sports Network is crawling back to Comcast trying to get a TV deal done again, because they realize, oh, wait, if we limit the way our fans can watch our team, you're telling me they're not all just going to want to go and buy the subscription? You're telling me that they won't just go out and find a way to watch it, that they just won't watch? They won't watch this measly, pathetic team, which is all teams on Chicago Sports Network, the Bulls, Blackhawks, and Sox. And for anyone saying, well, the Bulls made the play-in, dude, they're making a push. Shove it. I don't care. Yes, the Bulls look competitive, but honestly, I would have loved a tank the year. Just go out and get a high pick. It probably wouldn't be Cooper Flagg anymore, because Cooper Flagg is looking like he's trending towards going back to college, which is fine. It's whatever. But I don't know. I just don't care to see the Bulls, go to the play-in, make this run. People are getting hyped, and then they just get bounced. You just get bounced the first round. It's just pointless. Again, it's like, that's why I think the expanded playoffs and these play-in tournaments are ridiculous, just because of the fact of there's teams that are there that shouldn't be there, and it's going to be shown. It's going to be smackdowns. I don't care if you talk about underdogs, Cinderella stories. No, dude. No. I'm sorry. At this level of professional level of the sport, yes, there are underdogs, but they're never truly an underdog, because they're all professionals. They're all there for a reason. They're the very few on this earth that were good enough to make it to this level. So it's not like it's like, I don't know. It's not like it's like Valpo University and Duke going at it, and Valpo wins. It's not that. I'm sorry. It's not that. And it never will be. So again, it's my partially like kind of my take on the whole underdog thing in the professional level. So I'll leave you with that. And also we had update. Sorry guys, let me update you guys again. It's now 6-1 Tigers. I had this one more little baseball thing. Let me pull that up for you guys. I gotta find it. Sorry. Okay. I don't know if I talked about this. I doubt it. But a little Paul Skeens fact. 7-1. Just because obviously Paul Skeens is insane and he's nuts. Paul Skeens has now made 25 starts in his major league career and owns a 1.92 ERA with 183 strikeouts. He's the only pitcher to record 175 plus strikeouts while posting a sub-2 ERA over his first 25 big league games in MLB history. So, we know he's a phenom. We know he's nuts. Like, he is so good. So good. And he's going to be good for a long time. He's going to be the face of the MLB for a long time. I just don't know where I went wrong in life. Why am I not there? I should have just focused. I should have never went to school and just focused on pitching, just throwing. I could be there. Not actually, because I was actually awful at pitching. I was horrible. That's okay. It doesn't matter. We all have our own place on this earth, and mine was not to be the face of the MLB and looking to be one of the greatest pitchers of all time. Just not how it worked out. So I am kind of interested to see what the fans think. I know there's very few fans that actually engage with us, but you could drop a comment on Spotify or on YouTube or wherever you're listening. As we get closer to the draft, I'm just interested to hear where you guys stand, those Bears fans, what you guys would like to see the Bears do with that number 10 pick. Personally, I'm pretty sure I've said it before, but I'll reiterate that just for those who have forgotten, just like myself, for not remembering on my own show what I've said. Um, I wouldn't hate Genty. If Genty's there, sure, I wouldn't hate it at all. I also wouldn't hate trading the pick for a team that really needs a running back more than us. Get some draft capital. I'm always on board for draft capital unless there's a pick there that is like in your face, like obvious, cannot pass this up. Like, I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. I'm very interested to see how you guys feel about it. Yeah, I'm getting kind of like to the point where I'm really starting to miss football, dude. I'm watching the UFL. I don't know if any of you guys watch the UFL, but the UFL is not that bad. It really isn't. And there's some names there if you really follow college football. I followed it more definitely this year, but the year before, yeah, I was into it a little bit. There are a few names that I recognize actually watching these UFL games, and I'm like, hey, that's weird. Like, I remember him on, from whatever team. I remember him from fucking West Virginia or whatever, I'm just, you guys should check it out. I think the UFL should pay me now for promoting them and getting people to go out and watch their product. That is kind of mid. But again, doesn't mean it's bad. It's just not that great. And I think that the UFL could turn into something very great, though, if they kind of use it as like a G League for the NFL. I think the NFL could use a minors. Obviously, there are very few positions that you could actually develop, I guess, in a sort of sense. So, like, before it's like too late, before he's past like his prime for eliteness. But I mean, skill positions, you could have a guy that come up depth piece that's gotten better or is good, and I don't know. I just think that it might be a good idea, and it'd be a really, really good way to provide other ways of football, like other ways to watch, to basically get more football for like someone like me that's like, dude, I want to watch football. I want to go and just watch football. I think it'd be a good idea, and it would help these smaller football leagues that try to come up survive. I mean, we saw what happened with the AFL, the XFL and the AFL or whatever had to come together, and that's why we now have the UFL. I think it'd be a perfect, awesome idea. I'm just saying. That's just me personally. And also, I'm getting kind of over this weather. This weather is. I need warmth, dude. Like, for those of you that are around this area, I don't know how many of like viewers or listeners we have that are not from this area that don't know us or related to us or whatever. But when we get a nice day out here in like late March, early April, we don't know how to act. Like, it was 62 or mid 60s the other day, and I'm like, dude, I'm about to go to the beach. Like, I'm about to go do all kinds of outdoors activities. Obviously, it's not ideal, but it's just really nice because you get the little hint of nice, warm, just a nice day, and you crave more, because then the next day and like the next week, it's like, yeah, actually, dude, screw you. It's going to be cold again. Oh, and not just cold, but it's going to rain. So you're going to be wet and cold. So, yeah, see you in a month. Probably get some, finally decent weather coming up. I'm just saying. I don't know where I was going with that. And this episode's probably not going to be that long because, again, I didn't have much, and it's just me. So there's no one back there to argue against me or to discuss it with me. So I'm really just, discussing with myself. But obviously, I'm not going to disagree with myself because it's my opinion, it's my take. So I think I'm right on what I'm saying. If I'm wrong, you guys are more than welcome to call me an idiot. But if not, then shut up. And yeah, I think I might just wrap it up there because I really don't have much more. Besides the fact that, real quick, Dwight Howard and Carmelo Anthony have been nominated for the Basketball Hall of Fame. So throw that in there. But also going to throw in a shameless plug for us because obviously, don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your family, tell anyone. Just walk around up and down the street, just promoting us, yelling and say, hey, watch or listen to the Kindizer podcast. And then you could also go to their X, at KindizerPod, follow them there, because you can engage with them there as well. And then you can hit the link tree, see all the platforms we're on. And then you could go to Etsy and see our Etsy shop and get some merch. But for now, as always, you beautiful people, thank you for watching. We will see you next time.